Chapter 31 Tremors Beneath the Earth. The forest had always been quiet at night. Not silent, never silent. There were always sounds, the whisper of leaves, the distant call of an owl, the wind moving through ancient branches. But tonight felt different. Anna stood at the edge of the clearing behind her house, staring into the dark forest. The moon cast a pale silver light over the towering trees. She could feel it again, that strange pressure in the air. For weeks the forest had felt uneasy. The wind carried unfamiliar scents, animals moved restlessly, and the ancient trees seemed to whisper warnings too faint for others to hear. But Anna could hear them. Since discovering the hidden ruins and the ancient seal beneath the forest, her connection to the land had grown stronger, and tonight, something was wrong. A deep rumble rolled through the ground beneath her feet. Anna froze. At first she thought it was thunder, but the sky was clear. Then it came again, a low vibration, like something massive shifting far beneath the earth. The soil trembled. Leaves fell from still branches. Anna knelt and pressed her hand against the ground. The earth was warm, too warm. Another tremor followed, stronger this time. Birds burst into the sky, fleeing in panic. Anna stood quickly. "This can't be happening," she whispered. Her heart raced as the visions returned. A great battle, flames consuming the forest, the first guardian standing alone against a rising darkness. She had hoped they were only memories, but now they felt like warnings. The ground shook again. Branches creaked as the forest shifted. A fox darted across the path, vanishing into the shadows. The animals knew. Anna turned toward the deeper forest, where the ancient ruins lay, hidden beneath the oldest trees. The tremors were coming from there, from the place of the original seal. If the seal is weakening, she didn't finish. She didn't need to. Something beneath the forest was waking, and the forest was warning her. Anna grabbed her lantern and stepped onto the narrow trail. The forest had protected her family for generations. Now it was her turn. As she walked deeper into the darkness, the ground trembled again. This time, it felt like a heartbeat, slow, ancient, rising from far below the earth. Something was moving. Something that had been sleeping for centuries, and it was beginning to wake. Chapter 32 The Shadow Returns. The deeper Anna walked into the forest, the colder the air became. Her lantern flickered softly, casting golden light across the ancient path. The trail twisted between towering trees whose roots rose from the ground, like the backs of sleeping giants. Anna had walked this path many times before, but tonight it felt unfamiliar. The forest felt tense, waiting. Another tremor shook the ground. Anna grabbed a nearby tree trunk to steady herself. Cracks appeared in the dry soil along the path. Tiny stones rolled down into the dark openings. The forest was changing. The balance was shifting. Anna hurried forward. Soon the familiar shape of the ruined temple appeared between the trees. Massive stone pillars leaned at strange angles, half swallowed by roots and moss. At the center of the ruins lay the ancient staircase that led down to the underground chamber, the chamber where the first seal had been created. Anna approached slowly. The tremors were stronger here. Each vibration pulsed through the stone floor like a warning drum. She lifted her lantern and looked down into the dark staircase. For a moment she hesitated. Then she took a deep breath and began descending. The air underground felt heavy and warm. Strange symbols carved into the stone walls glowed faintly as Anna walked past them. These were the same symbols she had seen during her visions. The symbols of protection, the symbols of balance. But tonight, their glow was fading. At the bottom of the staircase, the underground chamber opened before her. The ancient seal lay in the center of the floor, a massive circle carved into the stone thousands of years ago. Anna stepped closer. Her heart stopped. Cracks, long dark fractures spread across the surface of the seal, like lightning frozen in stone. The symbols carved into the circle flickered weakly. The protective energy that once filled the chamber had grown thin. Another tremor shook the room. This time dust fell from the ceiling, and from somewhere deep below the seal, a sound echoed upward. Not a roar, not a growl, but something worse, a slow grinding movement, like something enormous dragging itself through ancient stone. Anna's breath caught in her throat. The creature from the ancient war, the enemy the first guardian had sealed away. It was still there, still trapped beneath the forest, but not for long. The seal was weakening, and the creature beneath the earth was beginning to stir. The shadow that had once nearly destroyed the forest was returning. Chapter 33, Cracks in the Ancient Seal. Anna knelt beside the ancient seal. Her lantern light trembled across the cracked stone. The fractures were spreading, slowly, relentlessly. She reached out and placed her hand on one of the glowing symbols. The moment her skin touched the stone, a surge of energy rushed through her body. Images flooded her mind. The first guardian, standing in this same chamber centuries ago. The forest burning outside, the sky dark with smoke, and beneath the earth, the monstrous creature pushing upward from the depths. The first guardian had known there was only one way to stop it. A seal powerful enough to trap the creature forever. But such power always came with a price. The guardian had poured their life force into the ancient circle. The forest had lent its strength, and together they created the seal that protected the world. But seals are not eternal. Over time, their power fades. Anna opened her eyes. The symbol beneath her hand pulsed weakly. The forest's energy was fading. Another violent tremor shook the chamber. A loud cracking sound echoed through the room. One of the largest fractures across the seal widened. From deep below the earth, a dark mist began to seep through the crack. Anna quickly stepped back. The air grew colder. The lantern flame flickered wildly. The mist twisted upward like smoke, forming shifting shapes that seemed almost alive. Then a deep voice echoed faintly from below. Not words, not language, just a sound, ancient, hungry, and full of hatred. Anna felt the forest reacting around her. The trees above ground groaned in the wind. Animals fled through the undergrowth. The balance of the forest was breaking. The seal was failing, and if it broke completely, the creature sealed beneath the forest would rise again. Anna stood slowly. Fear tightened in her chest. But beneath that fear, something stronger began to grow. Resolve. The forest had chosen her. The blood of the guardian flowed through her veins. She was the protector now. If the ancient seal was weakening, then she would have to find a way to restore it, or create a new one. Because if she failed, the darkness beneath the forest would finally be free. Anna looked once more at the cracked seal. The mist continued to rise slowly from the fractures, and far below the earth, something massive shifted, waiting, growing stronger, preparing to rise. The ancient enemy was waking, and the true battle for the forest was about to begin.